Hello, everybody. It's Henry. Coffee Shop Talk is going to be about money again. So I have a young gentleman asking questions, and then I did my pinch and penny story, and I don't think he quite understood it. So I'll say it again. You, as a human, have to look at a penny as value. The problem with Americans, they don't look at a penny as value. That's where the word back in the day, pinch a penny. You have to pinch your pennies. You have to pick them up on the ground. You have to treat the penny as if you're $1 million person. That penny adds to $1 million purse. Every penny you pick up, every penny you save, every penny you put into an investment is going to make you pennies. The more pennies you got, the richer you become, right? So cash starts with a penny. $1 is 100 pennies. $2, 200 pennies. So just because you put it in a jar, that's a good place. But those pennies in a jar aren't making you squat. You got to put them into an investment fund. I like money market CDs because they're the only gimmick that you can put money into. You can either buy a firm fix where you put money in, you can't take it out, and it'll grow you. Right now, CDs are running about 5%, which is really good. You put your money in it, and you're going to make 5% on it. Okay? I got one that makes me close. One CD I got right now makes me $1,000 a month. Comprehend that. I'm making 5%. You can use calculator. Okay? $1,000 a month, 5% interest. I'm making $12,000 a year. And that money that I made is making me money, and then I'll pay taxes on that. Probably about $3,000. So once said and done, let's say I make $10,000 clear on that money in that CD. I don't have just one, I got 4 of them. Why? Because I separate my money into things it does. One account is for us, one account's for the weed eater man that I do on the side and make money, and that account is growing quickly, and then I can watch and track how much that account is producing. Another one's for her, another one's for me. You have to have a her and a he. If you don't like using the terms her or he, then it and it. I don't know what to use. I'm sorry. I'm from the 1960s. So, if that offends you, get over it. Get over it. You made a choice. I made a choice to be a man and a boy. So, I'm not going to get in that topic. Not my business. Don't really care. But I'm going to tell you, you got to take that money. And that's how you do it. If you want to buy a new car, then open an account that says new car. Put it in there. When you get the appropriate funds to buy your new car, whether it's used, I always recommend pre-owned or lease, right? They have lease cars. I bought a lease Porsche, had 2,500 miles on it, and I paid 45% of the list price of the car. Why is that? Because it already took the hit. It's considered used, not used, pre-owned by the dealership. And then they gave me 2 years warranty on top of it compared to my wife's new Porsche that I bought. I bought a lower end. And because I bought 2, I worked out a deal with them. I'm not bragging about my car. I'm just telling you how I did it. That's how rich people do it. They're smart. They pinch pennies. Rich people pinch pennies. That's why they're rich. Poor people don't pinch pennies. Poor people buy expensive clothes, expensive shoes, things they can't afford, things they don't need, things they want to have and they don't need it, but they buy it. They don't care. They don't take care of most of their personal stuff that they need to live on. They don't take care of their house. I can show you some poor people's in houses they don't take care of because their priority and how to spend their money, and this is true, and the reason I say it is I lived with poor parents. My mom got maybe $700 a month income, didn't do her divorce right with my dad, was embarrassed, didn't share it with me, and when Social Security was coming in, it was $700 a month. She never really worked in the system. She never really paid into it, so she really didn't get anything out of it. But she didn't know how to spend her money. She didn't know how to pinch pennies. My mom sucked at managing money. When you're spending out of your $700 a month, close to $300 on cigarettes, to support a habit you didn't need, that's not proper spending of money. I'm not going to feel sorry for her. I kept telling her to stop the cigarettes. You'll save $300 a month. She wouldn't take money when I gave it to her. She didn't spend it right. They go out to eat all the time. She was very bad with spending her money. I got relatives that are bad at spending money. They thought one time I was going to pay for a meal and went to a very expensive restaurant. They ordered big meals, $20, $25 plates. Henry didn't pay for that supper. No. Caught him. I'm smart. You can't play me. I had a $12 plate. They had a $25 plate and bought sides and kept spending. One ate so much, gorged herself to death, and she had stomach issues anyways and threw it all back up in the ER. That's because that's a person that don't know how to spend money and pinch pennies and lives poor and payday to payday. You gotta know how to pinch your pennies. You gotta know what to do and when to do it. If you don't have money to eat out at that time and you don't have money in savings, it's a bad choice to eat out. It's a bad choice. You have to make wise decisions. You can't shop and just compulsive spend. If shopping at Winn-Dixie costs more than shopping at Walmart, then why are you at Winn-Dixie and not at Walmart? If you're at Walmart spending and Walmart's more than Winn-Dixie, then why are you shopping at Walmart and not Winn-Dixie or Aldi's or Sam's? I mean, there's not many big stores left. I don't have any mom and pop names. I have to do the name brands or Target, right? I'm not telling you where to shop, but you got to be shop smarter. I'll tell you how smart my wife is. This is how we think. We have about 9 cats that we have to take care of outside. We don't have to. We just choose to, I should say, right? So we buy the 60-can packs of cat food, either at BJ's or Sam's. It don't matter. Whichever one's on sale, we get it. But she got smart. She goes to the dollar store, and you'll like this one. And she picks up the egg noodles for $1 now and 50 cents with change. She makes those up, right? Takes the time to make them up, and she mixes it with their food. They love them. They eat it. The raccoons love them. The cats love them. They love the noodles with the cat food. Now she's actually spending less on food and made it go twice as far. That's called pinching pennies. That's called being smart. Not hurting them. It's helping them. It's feeding them. It's giving something they can live on. Now, granted, they can live on rats and mice and lizards, and we don't have to do anything for them. But that's not what we are. That's not how we are. We want them to be healthy. So they're getting healthy food. They're getting a filler food, right? And we're taking care of them. But that's called pinching pennies and being smart, right? We go out. My wife is very frugal. Here's our anniversary. I said, honey, let me take you out to this restaurant. It's a nice shrimp restaurant down the street. But we're going to drop $60. Now, I have the money. I can drop $60. But because I'm at where I'm at, we're frugal. I drive nice things because I am frugal and I can afford them. Here's why. She goes, no, I don't want to eat down there, honey. It's too much. She goes, I'm okay with Taco Bell on my anniversary. I let her choose. I don't go out. I spent $15 on balloons and flowers. She got mad because I bought flowers that don't last long and I put money into it. That's the mindset you have to have. If you don't have that mindset that buying roses is not okay, then you're not going to be rich because you don't need to spend $30 on a bouquet of roses that lasts 3 days. You got to think about what you're spending money on and what you're getting for it. It's the bang for the buck, pinching pennies. If you don't, you won't have, and go look it up, a pot to piss in. What that meant back in the day is they didn't have enough money to buy a pot and they couldn't even piss in it. Because you don't have a pot to piss in because you didn't have the money to spend on it. I see people, and this is a true story, there'll be 4 gas stations. I know one place where there's 2 or even 3 or even 4 by each other. This is a true story. This is a bad mindset. I'm going to help you all out. There is no such thing one gas station is better than the next. I've been driving a vehicle since I was 17. I didn't even care. I went to the cheapest station every time. I've never had problems with fuel. My vehicle never broke down. I never had trouble. So think you got to buy Mobil or Exxon. Now they're Mobil Exxon, but you know what I'm saying, or Texaco or whatever gas stations out there, and think that you have to go to a specific one. That's because you're trained. You are a trained person. You get trained. When you get trained by a company at a low level like that, you can be trained by the government. You are weak-minded and you're not thinking properly. When you got 4 gas stations by each other, and one across the street is 10 cents cheaper, and you're going to the one that's expensive because you think you got to have Exxon in your car and feel like the rest of the people, and while the other one across the street is empty at 10 cents cheaper, and you don't have the money, then you're not a smart spender. And shame on you. And the reason you drive what you have, or what you don't have, or you wish you would have, or you envy what somebody does have, that's your fault. Because you're not pinching pennies. That's your fault. You have to think out of the box when the inflation and the economy is gone to shit like it is right now, and you have to decide what is good for you and your family. Then you need to make that mindset up. You need to shop smarter. You don't like McDonald's because you don't want to shop there, but you want to get an ice cream for your kids, and McDonald's costs $2 for an ice cream, which will make the kids happy, and you decide to go down the street to the local ice cream shop, and I get it, and that sucker there is $8, you're an idiot. The only reason the $8 shop is that much because everybody goes because they like it. It's not because it's better. It's because they just like it. See, we do things because we like it, not because we need to spend more wisely. I could have that expensive ice cream. Me and my wife don't spend it. We'll go to McDonald's and get their $2 ice cream. We'll go to Wendy's and get the chocolate instead of going to Dairy Queens. We make conscious choices in how we spend our money, not because what do we like or what it is. We still buy good quality. We just don't spend the money on it when we don't have to. I'm sorry. There's a coffee shop, right? And there's a lot of them. Why are you going down and spending $8 at one place for the same size or smaller than the one down the street? Or feeding that propaganda that one coffee shop might be giving you. So you're being manipulated and controlled by that $8 coffee. Why? My daughter, and I'll use this very blankly, couldn't afford it. Couldn't even pay her college bills that she wanted. But yet bought a $1,500 dog. Then got rid of that dog. And then every day when I was on the phone with her, she's like, well, I'm stopping here to get a coffee. I said, how much is that? Well, I spent about $11. You don't have the money. You want money from Pops, but you're buying $11 coffee that I don't even do. Where I go down and get gas and they have a coffee for $1.50, and I felt guilty that every day I was spending $1.50 or every other day when I got gas for coffee. You got to put your priorities in what you put your money onto or what you give to somebody, and you got to think about it before you reach in your frickin' pocket and pull out your credit card and buy it. See, the problem is, and I was trapped in it too, because I can speak from experience, I had credit cards. I screwed them guys over. I've been screwing credit cards over for about 25 to 30 years now. I don't pay them no interest. I pay no interest on my vehicles or anything. The only thing I'm paying interest is on my house, and I'm buying that mortgage down too so I don't have to pay the bank. Why am I giving the bank for loaning me money? They ain't doing me a favor. They're screwing you in a hiney. They ain't doing nothing for you. So get credit cards and get interest-free ones and move your debt over. Be smart about it. When I learned how to do that, man, I've been taking advantage of the whole credit card system. It's all legal. Nothing wrong with it. It's their program. It's their money. Their fault. Use it. Fix yourself. But don't pull out a credit card with a mindset that you got all this available credit and you just keep charging, and then you got a $300 a month credit card bill and it never goes away. Never goes away. You got to be smart about your money. You can't reach in your pocket and just pull it out and hand it out to somebody. See, you used to have vacuum clean salesmen and encyclopedia salesmen going around the house knocking on the door for money. Right? Knock, knock. Yes, sir. I'm selling vacuum cleaners. Go away. Well, now the vacuum clean salesman's in a credit card. It's electronic. It's online. Another people get trapped in is online buying. The platforms are easier. You get to sit on your ass at home and order from it, and they bring it to you. It's frustrating to go to certain stores. I'll talk about you, Walmart. And there's these shopping cart people that are pushing them around, collecting food and stuff for people that didn't pay, that paid for it while sitting on their ass at home. But the problem with that is you spend more, and you eat more, and you get fatter. Sorry it offends you, but I can talk that way because I got fat too. So I only talk and say what I say because I experienced it and walked it. I'm trying to tell you as the public, get your head out of your ass, stop being so robotic, stop being manipulated, and definitely stop being micromanaged. Because I can talk about micromanage because I'm going to have another coffee shop talk. And we're being micromanaged from a higher level than you can even imagine. And I'll give you a ton of examples of micromanagement. And that's from the feds. We're all being micromanaged. Why? Because we let them. Because there's only certain people like me that will speak out about it and say enough is enough. So if you want to control your money and control your lifestyle and have something and have what others have, instead of having envy in your heart, you need to learn how to save your money and spend it more wisely. You need to do recreational things that don't cost you anything. And you put that money into an account that's giving you 5% back like they are right now. You need to be smart about that. Stop being manipulated and controlled by credit cards. Stop being manipulated and controlled thinking you got to go to college. I never thought I had to go to college. They try to make me feel that way. College-educated people try to badger me, bully me, mindsets that I'm undereducated and that I need to go to college. You know what? Fuck you. Sorry. Fuck you. I haven't. I won't. Never will. Don't care. Don't need it. I want to get educated. I'll go on the freaking internet and study. If I want to know something, I'll go on the internet and study. Everything you need to know about this country and how to live and anything you want to do is on the internet. You don't need college. You don't even need school, be honestly. You can home teach right from the laptop at home. There's nothing stopping the information that's coming out. I use the information. I left school at 17. I got a 6th grade education. If it was fair, I'd tell you how much I make. Probably somebody trying to come after me. But I tell you how much I make. It's much more than a lot of you will ever make because your mindset has been micromanaged to not think that way and to spend money on college. That's not a good pinch the penny program. Trust me. I'm telling you. Get out there, get to work, gain knowledge, get a good work ethic, build a personal resume, build your paper resume, help the company be better, be productive, get awarded, right? And appreciate the work you got. You set your goals too high, you think you're going to go to college, spend $100,000, and then you got to have a job that makes you freaking $200,000 a year to pay off your debt of $100,000. That's upside down. That's not smart money management. That's stupid. To what? And then you got a degree in what? Art? Because you couldn't be a doctor because you didn't have the knowledge to be a doctor? You know our doctor field in America is hurting, is falling apart because normal Americans can't get the money to go to that, to become a doctor, and the time, and they don't have the patience. They're not dedicated. They're not motivated because they don't know how to spend money. This coffee shop could go on forever about pinching pennies. I'm telling you, American people, stop setting your goals so freaking high. Get your ass back to work on the ground. Work at hotels, work at restaurants, work at fast food, work at construction, work in road services. Join the military. Do everything I did, and you'll be very, very financially taken care of. Trust me. Trust me. If you don't think you can, that's because you're trained and you're micromanaged and you're a robot and you don't have any vision forward. And it's true because I see it every day around these young children that I work with at work and around and out in town. It's because they're not taught how to spend money correctly, how to pinch the penny and appreciate what they do make. I'm telling you, I delivered pizzas and all my tips went into a bank account. I wasn't perfect when I was younger, but I definitely made ends meet and I didn't have to go around worrying about payday to payday. Now that I'm at 61, I am not worried about money at all, in no way or form. And I can go on and tell you, but you got to figure out how to spend your money wisely. All right, that's Henry's out. I've had enough rambling on and telling you what to do. But watch what you do, listen to what you do, and don't let nobody micromanage you all the way outside the government and around you and any corporation to think that you got to buy this and you got to have that when you don't have the money to have it. Think about it. All right, have a great day. It's Tuesday, 6:25. June's almost over with, and it won't be long. We'll be in another new year. All right, Henry out. Have a great day.